It's plain racism. It's
Right.
as simple as that. I
Right.
think what you're seeing here. By the way, I'd make the point that London is still a majority white city. The last census showed that 53.8% of London is white. This was actually a really nice image, a very family-oriented image, and then for it to be accompanied with this phrase "doesn't represent real Londoners." What you're seeing there is that the white Londoners are being deprived of their local
Yeah.
pride in their own city and their status as a member of London on the grounds of them being white. If that's not racist, I don't know what is. And we're talking about families who may well have their family history in London for generations, if not centuries.
Imagine if we turned the tables here, Rakib, and it was a black parents with their black children, and the image had been scrawled, "This is not an image, a proper image of London." The row, Sadiq Khan would have been facing calls to resign. But because it's white,
Absolutely.
that's okay.
Well, what I've talked about, and this is what I talked about in my book that was recently published, Beyond Grievance, there's almost been a normalisation of anti-white bigotry on elements of the left, Andrew. And I think that there's so-called anti-racists who simply don't talk about it enough, and they don't do enough to challenge it. And I think that what you're seeing, if people say, "Oh, it was a mistake by a junior staffer," the fact that this kind of thinking might exist in City Hall. That should worry us all, to be honest, Andrew.
Isn't the worry that whoever wrote this thought he was reflecting the view of his political master, the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan?
Well, if you felt that your place of work wouldn't accept this line of thinking, then you wouldn't do it to begin with, would you? And I think that's the real worry here. And I think that it's incredibly alienating. The Mayor of London, in my view, Andrew, all too often he's been racially divisive. He's used public celebrations, including the New Year's Eve fireworks, to promote the Black Lives Matter movement. Right. More recently, he's linked his ULEZ scheme, which took a hammering in the Uxbridge and South Ruislip by-election. He linked that with far-right activism. I think that the Mayor of London, considering it's such a diverse city, and I think this is the point that I'd make, is that when you see this sort of modern diversity politics, all too often it's actually deeply exclusionary when it comes to the white British mainstream.